On for the next 5 years in a row. Tuesday afternoons, no, it's not. Oh, it's not. By the way, the chips might have something to go along with it. How about these babies? Ooh. This is the mother of all Reubens, and it's making its debut right now. I'm going to dive into this. I'm going to put it over to the side and introduce the Happy to Meet You company. Here comes Scott Fisher. Rick. Okay, guys, everybody realize this sucker sold out last time it was on the air. It said hello and goodbye. It's now on 5Z payments. It's a free shipping and handling goes away at the end of the day. There's 400 of you that can have this. Everybody in the studio, 400, that's it. Are going to go, wow, I want this. This is this amazing company, first of all, that said, okay, we want to do the beef world better. Right. You do from Chicago, high-class restaurants, and then got into this world of corned beef. You're getting all of this corned beef. It's a ton of it. You're getting the most amazing rye bread on the planet Earth. And I didn't know this. Tell me about Canada and mustard seeds.
So don't overlook the mustard. 95% of the mustard seeds in the world
come from Canada.
From Canada, even in Dijon, France.
This is like caviar mustard.
Oh yeah,
caviar mustard, the amazing rye bread, and this corned beef. Okay, you got to start with the star of this bad boy.
Look at this. Let me just come on now. We're bringing the Chicago deli right to your door.
God, look at that
Rick,
thing.
this has your name on it. I made this
350 remaining now.
Oh boy!
Did you just make me that?
I just made you that, Reuben. Melted Swiss cheese, Thousand Island dressing. This just screams Chicago. The bread. I mean, come on, the rye bread, handmade. We hand form these by the Toronto Baking Company. We make these in a hearth-baked oven.
No, I ain't faking that.
Your first time. We got the sauerkraut. It gives it a little bit of the thousand, right? Right?
I'm dying.
Great
I'm gonna eat that whole thing.
Great for all the big games that are on. But Rick, can I tell you what makes this corned beef so different than any other? Your typical corned beef is done from brisket. Brisket's good, but brisket has a lot of fat. We went one step better. We do it with sirloin.
So this is a sirloin corned beef.
This is a sirloin, like a New York strip steak. Think New York strip. But let me show you. I'm going to hold this up. Take a look at this.
Okay.
When was the last time you went to a deli and I wanted to show you how tender this is?
Right there.
Yep. Now watch this. I am just going to pull it apart.
Okay,
and
so
that's
little education
how
here.
It melts in your mouth.
Sirloin, Scott.
Yeah.
What is a corned beef? How do you get it corned beef?
So what we do is, the process is we take the piece of beef, the sirloin, we brine it and pickle it for about 8 hours, Rick, and then we steam it. And then we shave it ever so delicately and thinly to give you this beautiful corned beef.
And what you're getting is pound after pound after pound.
Absolutely.
And what you would recommend is when you get it, right?
Now,
is you take it and separate it into packs. Like you've got six bunches here, right?
Absolutely. And you can make you can make the sandwiches as big or as, delicate as you'd like.
300 remaining. Does it come frozen?
It'll come frozen, but what I suggest, let it come to room temperature. Now you're going to get the 3 pounds. I would separate it out. If you're going to serve it to a lot of people at one time, go ahead and just take it out and put it in a pan, steam it. I like it steamed. You can certainly serve it at room temperature.
Come on, have a bite of this.
Well, Mary Beth, come on, we got to.
Well, that's what we did. I have to tell you, I'm going to show you, and you can even see when I took the picture. It says Sunday. Oh, I probably have like somebody texting me right now. That was the sandwich we made, and that was it cut in half with a couple of pickles. And my son and my husband and myself, we were all watching football on Sunday, eating these Reubens. And I'm telling you, my one son said, seriously, it's the best Reuben I've ever had.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. And you know what?
Let's clarify exactly what you're getting here.
Yeah.
So this is what you're going to get shipped to you. So you're getting 3 pounds of the Happy to Meet You corned beef. We gave you the best rye bread on the planet Earth, and this Canadian amazing, I call it caviar mustard.
It's like a mustard caviar. Here,
And then you took it home, and then you thawed it, and then tell me what you have in these piles over here, buddy.
So we have all of the sirloin, the corned beef. I'm going to marry this right now. I want you can we get just a close-up of this? Let's not overlook the mustard. You'll see it has these little seeds.
It does.
And the reason why we call it mustard caviar is because these little seeds delicately pop in your mouth as you eat. And then it's amazing. And then you can
200
pile
remaining,
up.
Started with 450. That's how you pile it up.
And this is how you build your sandwich. Now, you can build it as big or as delicately as you like. I like a little bit of corned beef and Swiss.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Definitely got to have the Swiss cheese.
Tell me about the rye bread.
And the rye bread, it comes from the iconic Chicago bakery in Chicago. Again.
Is that right?
made by hand, baked off, rolled in a hearth oven. Go ahead, Rick. This is how you're gonna be doing that right at your.
How about that?
Look at this.
Toast it.
Go ahead,
toast
Mary
it, buddy.
Cheers.
Now,
Let's
you
do
haven't
it.
really tried the mustard yet. This one has the mustard.
Oh, this has the mustard.
This has the mustard.
I'm not even a huge mustard fan.
No.
But this mustard
Oh my God.
was so good. I'm not kidding you. My husband slathered it on all of ours. And
I
he's
was
like,
told,
It's
Mary
that
Beth, by our friend Bonnie, right back there, that this mustard has a first place position in her fridge. It's just
Bonnie
so
knows
different.
Bonnie's the head of all the food styling people.
Yeah, you can't. Now let's talk about this too. It's not just for sandwiches. Let's
Please.
talk about a hot corned beef dip.
Keep going.
I mean, look at this.
100 remaining,
Check
guys.
this
That's
out.
it.
Check
Sell
this out. Let me grab another little plate. Well, it's okay. Look at this. We took the corned beef, and our stylist Lisa did a beautiful job. We have almost a cream base. It's almost like a chipped beef, and it just doesn't get any more luxurious than
look
this.
at
Look at
that.
this.
Okay.
I mean,
Chipped beef.
forget the hamburgers and
Man.
hot dogs. I mean, everybody has that, right, Rick?
Come back
Yeah.
to what you get
What
to
you
the
get.
story.
All right.
I want to make sure, because you've got them in the 6 piles.
We've got 'em in the 6
Clarify
piles.
why you did that.
We did that because we want to show you how you can portion these out and make anywhere between 12 to 18 different sandwiches.
Wow, that's a lot of sandwiches.
And think about it.
So-
you go to a deli, Rick. It's about 20. What was it? $25 to $26 a sandwich, and that's not even piled
Yeah.
high. We had.
But guess what? You showed it from home, right?
Yeah.
I went on to QVC.com.
Yeah.
Customer top rated. Georgia Happy said outstanding. Corned beef is the very best. In fact, went out. Look at this. My sister went to Kosher Deli, but it paid $24.95 per sandwich.
Per sandwich.
my
So these are
word.
5-star rated. 5-star rated.
Yep.
We have a
Yeah.
restaurant called Boom. I love it. Outstanding. Best I've ever had. The corned beef and rye. Don't miss
Don't
this.
miss it.
I
The
gotta
reviews are
just
there.
tell you one
Yes.
thing that you told us, Scott, that
Yes.
told me. You said with whatever meat you have left over,
Yes.
because it's already cooked, you can refreeze it.
Absolutely.
And he said, put it in zip bags and refreeze it for however much you need. Maybe it's just you and your hubby or whatever.
Because you got
So,
3 pounds coming your way.
Oh yeah.
It's
or
so
you put it in
good.
a lock and lock. Goes right back in the freezer. Pull out the portions that
The
you like. It
bread,
gets
too.
even better when you take it back out of the freezer because the moisture goes back into the
So
corned beef.
again, corned beef, a little education.
Yeah.
You made yours out of, happy to meet you, makes your corned beef out of.
Out of a sirloin versus a brisket. This is so very hard to find.
For the next
no
100
one else
people.
does it.
After you take
Absolutely.
the sirloin, what do you do with the
So
sirloin?
then we take the sirloin, we brine it, we pickle it. After
The pickling
about
process makes it what's called
gives
corned
it
beef.
that corned beef flavor that you know and love. Then we slow steam it for several hours, and it just cooks.
And
gets
then
more
after
mellow.
that, do you slice it?
And then we slice it nice and thin. And again, I wanted to show everybody. Again, you get this nice thin slice. I could literally just tear this apart. That's how tender it is. You're not pulling chunks of fat
And
out,
that,
Rick.
that all that
Right.
flavor and that brining and that pickling,
Oh,
right?
it's so
all
good.
there.
Yeah.
Fewer than 100 remaining, a few dozen remaining. Sold out last time. 4.5 pounds. You get the mustard. The mustard is amazing. The bread. Try this out. That's the best Reuben I think I've ever had.
Thank you, Rick.
I grew up on sauerkraut. Oh, I know sauerkraut.
Me too.
My wife doesn't like sauerkraut.
Oh, and my